Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bayou Time Sports. Only 3 more days until the big Bayou Region Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony over at Cypress Columns in Gray, Louisiana. One of those inductees is Mark Davis. Mark Davis, a terrific basketball player at Thibodeau High School. He graduated in 1991. His team was really good. The big obstacle for the Thibodeau Tigers was St. Aug that year. But he went on to be an All-Southwest Conference player at Texas Tech. And then Mark played in the NBA for 7 years. His best years were in 97 and 98 with the Philadelphia 76ers, where he was the runner-up for the Sixth Man of the Year in the NBA. I bet a lot of people in this area didn't know that. I sat with Mark recently. He talks about growing up in Thibodeau, the area he grew up, and what it was like coming through high school and playing in the NBA.
Growing up in Thibodeau, grew up in Marydale, which was really like the projects. It was an old apartment building that was condemned and had caught on fire. And so instead of them rebuilding the building, they just tore it down. So they tore it down. We had a concrete slab. Guys came up and put up 2 goals. So this is how we grew up. This was like the only thing in the neighborhood. A lot of the guys that I played high school with, were in the neighborhood, or that, we looked up to that played at Thibodeau High as well, lived in the neighborhood. Midland, the guys that live in Midland would come to Marydale to have a game. So it's like a rival, like, okay, we're going to bring our team to come play you guys. And so that's how we grew up watching those guys. That they started that tradition of bringing other people in, to our court. And then once we started, dominating the area, then they say, well, okay, we're going to take it to MLK Park. We're going to take it to Pelche Park. So we started going to different parks. You're looking over your shoulder, you're on this team, the numbers. It becomes a number game, in the NBA. Okay, well, we got to keep this guy because he's making just a little bit more than you. Or we got to let you go because you're making a little bit more than this guy. We'll rather keep this small contract than, have the big contract. Be looking for us, for a call-up. Or, be looking for us to sign you for the rest of the year. Or the agent, calls and say, listen, another team just, called and asked about you, want to know, if you're interested. Yeah, sure. They want to, bring you in. They want to talk to you. They're going to come to the game, want to see the game. So it was just like, okay, I felt like I was back in college again, on a college, but on a pro level, but college, atmosphere, trying to get back to the NBA. Back in the day, it wasn't a lot of shooters. I'm somebody, unless you were guards. Now you have a complete array. Now they shoot too many threes, but they're jump shooters. You know what I mean? Like, I like the fact that now your bigs are actually jump shooters. Back in the day, like I say, being a big guy, I can take you down in the post if you're a little guard. If you're a big guy, I can take you out on the wing. Now the game has changed. Like, I like it and I don't like it. I don't like the fact that they don't go to mismatches or they don't take advantage of mismatches like they should, like back in the day. If they seen a mismatch, they were going to it, and they were going to it every time. This new age basketball, you see a mismatch, they might go to it, they might not. And if they go to it and you're successful, they don't go back to it. So it's everything, as I say, Steph kind of changed the game. I played with his dad, but seeing him grow from where I knew him from to where he is now, in his jump shot, he was one of those kids that loved the gym as well, and I mean, they couldn't wait till we got off the floor for practice or shoot around to get on the floor to shoot. And so he just brought a different element to the game, to inspire bigger guys to want to shoot like him. So everybody wants to be shooters now.
Mark Davis, 1991 graduate of Thibodeau High School, going to be honored on Wednesday night at Cypress Column, 6 o'clock start time. It's the Bayou Region Athletic Hall of Fame, where 6 of our greats from the area are going to be inducted. Ernie Brown, Mark Davis, who you just saw there, Chip Didier, the godfather of volleyball in the area, Michael Parrington, a terrific athlete at E.D. White Catholic, also an all-USA performer over at Tulane University, played with the Jets for a while, now is the vice president of pro personnel for the Saints. Everybody knows Coach O, Ed Ogeron, and Merle Shakespeare, a 1955 graduate of Terrebonne who played on the 1958 national championship team at LSU. Mr. Merle's going to be there. Everybody's going to be there. All of those folks are going to be there. Yes, Coach Ogeron is going to be there. He is excited to be there. Ernie was such a good athlete over at LSU. We're so excited about this. Again, it's on Wednesday. If you want tickets, there are a few left. You have to go to brahoff.com, BRAHOF.com to get them, but I suggest you do that really quickly because it is just about done. But there are a few left. And again, all of our inductees will be there with their families. It's an awesome night where we celebrate their careers. Got to take a break. We'll be back with more Bayou Time right after this.
This segment was brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.